Welcome, everybody, here to another match of Jack of All Trivia. I am your host and Commissioner Devontae King, and today we have a great match between Kevin Poss at 3-2 and Robert Castner at 5-2. Today will be a good, hard fought match between two veterans of the Inner Geekdom division, and see who wins. We'll start first at 3-2. Kevin the Philosopher Poss. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, and happy Independence Day. I don't know how dated this will be, but happy
Probably like
4th
a
of
month.
July
Yeah.
to everybody out there. Yeah, so, this is going to be a tough match. I already know it. Rob is like an encyclopedia, especially when it comes to geek stuff. So I should have put a lot more studying in, but I did put a little bit of studying in. So we'll see how far it takes me.
For sure. I mean, you've done pretty well though in your past couple matches. You beat Michael, a pretty close match with Papa West, and then I think that was a loss, and then you ended up a couple matches before. I forget who you played the two times before them, but you were on a bit of a winning streak, so I think you do well. And I don't know if this is your first time playing Robert, but you kind of
It
touched on
is.
it. Is there anything you kind of expecting from this match, or anything about
No,
Robert? Yeah.
no. I mean, it's cool to play Robert. The like just getting that, um, like playing somebody of his caliber, uh, to just kind of, am I gonna test myself against him, or am I just gonna play against the questions? That's kind of that's where the balance I'm trying to find here. We'll see where it goes.
For sure. That's kind of all I have for you. I wish you best of luck,
Thank you.
and we can bring in your opponent. And at 5-2, Robert the Ghost Castner.
Yeah,
Robert, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. If it's not a number one contender match, it usually goes well for me. That's the thing.
yeah. Yeah. You kind of stumbled a couple times here and
I did. The Joe one, I watched it back because sometimes when you go through your YouTube menus, stuff comes back that you'd watched a while ago, or I like got rid of all my YouTube history. So it was like, remember these matches you played, and I watched that one, and I was like, yeah, I screwed up royally in that one. I didn't really have a shot, but I probably was going to lose anyway. No, the J one angers me because I should have won that match. I gave him so many outs so many times, and I never capitalized on anything. So I vowed to stop doing that, shooting myself in the foot. Although I did that against Ryan too. So this league just brings out the worst. My worst neuroticisms come out in this league for sure.
I'm sorry about that, I guess.
No, it's not you. It's this is where I started 4+ years ago, which is insane to me. And just never quite get my foot in fully, I guess, in JOAT.
For sure. Well, I guess as I guess heard Kevin say, this is your first time playing Kevin. Is there anything sort of about Kevin or you want to?
No, it's one of those things. You're around someone a lot because you play in their league.
Yeah.
You've seen them because they've hosted things. You've watched other matches, but just somehow it's never overlapped. And that makes it interesting. You like to play new people because when you play the same people over and over, you know what to expect. It's not that fun. You're just hoping that luck is on your side. This one, I sort of know what Kevin likes because I've watched enough, but I don't know how his bit of studying is going to pay off. I have other matches that are coming up that I've put more time studying in, so I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants here. So I'm kind of curious what that will be like.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's kind of all I have for you. I wish you best of luck also, and we could get this match started.
Sweet.
So, round one works like this: 10 questions from various geek categories. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you happen to get all 10 correct, I'll read a bonus question to you. You get 4 repeats and 1 challenge. So I'll ask you guys if you have any questions about round one.
Nope, just 4 repeats. we're coming at you near the 4th of July. It's synergy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have
Sure.
you?
All right. Well, we can get this match started.
Yep.
Question. You good?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Question 1 is in DC movies. In Superman 2, what government building does Zod and his people take over after landing on Earth? So,
Zod, am I right?
yeah. I guess it's not really news now, but there is a new Superman casting now.
And if you look at all the memes, they call him Henry Cavill Light.
Light 3. It kind of is. 2, 1, heads down. We'll start with Kevin.
That's fair. You just move the dimple from here to here.
Yeah.
It's maybe the White House.
And Robert.
The White House.
Both are correct. Start to the match. Question number 2 is in Star Wars. In A New Hope, General Tarkin orders Leia's immediate execution after they find a deserted rebel base on what planet? No new Star Wars movies coming up. Apparently.
No, they don't want to touch them.
Yeah,
They don't want to touch them, and I don't blame them given what happened last time.
Yeah, it's been a little toxic.
Oh yeah, that's it. I just think the quality is bad.
Quality, yeah, well that too, but yeah, I think the whole thing's been kind of bad. Again, count of 5, 4.
Everybody loves to do TV now.
2, 1. We'll start with Robert.
She lied to us because she said it was on Dantooine.
And Kevin.
Dantooine.
Both are correct. Question number 3 is in Hasbro movie.
Yes.
Alex Hopper is a member of which military branch in Battleship? So I remember watching this in 2012, and I think because everyone said it was really, really, I was like, oh yeah, this is a bad movie. And then I rewatch it, and it's not good, but it's not like awful. It's not like unwatchable.
My favorite plot hole of that movie is that they get a bunch of old guys who run a museum of a ship that hasn't run in 80 years, and it just operates normally. It's my favorite.
On a ship that hasn't been running for
since World War II.
World War II, yeah.
70 years.
4.
No, it's fine.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kevin.
The Navy.
And Robert.
In the Navy.
Both are correct.
Explorer of the Seven Seas.
Question number 4 is in the DCEU. In Aquaman, while in the Ring of Fire, who stops Orm from executing Arthur? Oof. I've been taking a lot of L's or losing a ton of money lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people didn't expect Aquaman to make $1 billion. So without the Amber Heard of it all, I imagine that I imagine it'll still do well. It'll do better than people think.
I mean, they've been have the past 3 made?
No.
5.
No.
4.
The Suicide Squad had the problem that it was,
Yeah, that was in between. Yeah. 2, 1. Pens down, and I think we're on Robert.
Mara.
And Kevin.
Damn it, I deleted it. What, Volko?
Mara is correct. So Robert taking the early 4-3 lead.
Should have left it.
Question number 5 is in mixed bag. In which mixed bag film will you see a group called the Frozen Seven?
Knew this would bite me one day. That day's today.
Mixed bag?
Yeah, that day's today. I always mean to go through the list just to make sure I'm familiar. And I didn't do that this time.
Count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Odds. We'll start with Kevin
I don't have it. Blank board.
and Robert.
I know this is TMG. I don't remember if it's here. I said the old guard.
That is incorrect. Looking for Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer.
Oh my god! Yeah,
It's the proof on the first
yeah.
rebellion. So no perfect rounds this match.
Yeah.
Question number 6 is in Marvel. In X-Men: The Last Stand, who's the first person to see Jean Grey alive? Well, I'll say physically see her to make sure there's no
Yes.
complications there or whatever.
Yeah, I know. This gets asked about. I'm trying to think if it gets asked about as the most X-Men questions. I think so. I
feel like for a while because no one wanted to watch them, so everyone was just like, or watch it. So they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna keep asking about it."
I think it's it. Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
And Apocalypse
for sure. Yeah.
5,
Days of Future Past.
4,
I never get first class questions.
2,
Honestly, ever.
1. Yeah. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Cyclops
and Kevin.
I almost said that too. Wolverine.
Cyclops. Scott's.
Yeah, he gets fangs. I don't get it. I never understood that part.
I just like how instead of just cutting him out, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna put you in 10 minutes so you can go do super."
Yeah, James Marsden got done dirty.
Oh, that's right.
Question number 7 is in Middle Earth. In the Two Towers, according to Treebeard, who did he make a promise with that he would keep Miriam safe? So, in the Two Towers, according to Treebeard, who did he make a promise with that he would keep Mary and Pippin safe?
I was gonna be cute. I'm not gonna be cute.
I'm not as strict as other leagugues, but if you get too cute,
it's right. I just don't. Want to argue that.
I'm not going there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kevin.
Gandalf
and Robert.
I was gonna say Gandalf / the White Wizard because that's what he says.
Same thing.
Gandalf. I would have accepted either or both. But
okay. I don't want someone to say, "Well, Saruman's the White Wizard too," and who do you mean?
Yeah, no,
none of that. I don't want to do that.
Question number 8 is in quotes. Fight like your life depended on it, because one day it may, is said by which MCU actor?
You know, you said the quote, and then I was thinking of through all the geek movies, and then it dawned on me, and then you said MCU, and I was like, "Yep,
yeah."
I watched all 31 of them in 2 weeks.
Oof.
Damn.
And I started with the ones I like / know best because I wanted the ones I don't like / don't know best to be at the ends of the fresher.
Yeah. 5.
This was in the middle.
3. Yeah, I would say this is about in the middle. 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
And Kevin.
I said Robert Downey Jr.
Chiwetel Ejiofor in Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Question number 9 is in animated. In the Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario and Luigi have started what type of business at the start of the film?
Okay. Well.
Yes, this is part of it. Since technically we have video game movies.
Yes.
It is in here. I liked it a lot.
I've been to one movie since the birth of my child.
That was that one?
It's this one. Because it's short.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see it before we had the baby. We were looking at previews, and my wife was like, "That's a movie we want to see, right? Like that's when we go out to go see." I'm like, "Yep." And then it was like months afterwards, but I was like, "You know, we'll go see that." because it was like I can't see John Wick. That's like 3 hours.
John Wick is actually there's been a lot too. There were a lot of long movies this year. One, pens down. Start with Kevin
I haven't seen it, so I just said pet store.
and Robert.
Plumbing. It's plumbing business.
Yeah, plumbing.
Oh man, that seemed too obvious.
They bring back the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah,
No,
the rap.
seemed too obvious.
And question number 10. Question number 10 is in video game movies. So back-to-back video game movies.
Yeah.
And Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
What is Laura fighting when we first see her at the start of the film?
I remember when this was the most successful video game movie.
Yeah.
And then people were like, watch it animated. It's better than Angry Birds movies and stuff.
Yeah. They made some pretty decent ones as of late, I would say.
They're getting better. They understand. They're not dumpster fires.
Yeah.
The late 90s to 2010s to that time were all bad for the most part.
Oh, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah.
Pens down. We'll start with Robert
It's a giant robot.
and Kevin.
I was doing all right, but werewolf.
Robot is correct.
You Snowpiercer. No, I'm just kidding.
So at the end of round 1, I have a score of Robert with 9 and Kevin with 4.
Yeah.
So round 2 is the wheel round. Each competitor will get a spin at the wheel. Oh, there it is. Okay, each competitor will get a spin at the wheel. There's various geek categories. Each category has 5 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. However, you can go down to you can't get multiple choice, which will bring the value down to 1. And there is stealing. So today's categories are DCEU, Middle Earth, Marvel, Spinner's Choice, Star Wars, Tales and Fables, Star Trek, Quotes, Opponent's Choice, and Video Game Movies. So Robert, you are in the lead. Do you want to spin first or second?
So this is like a 70% wheel is fine. 30% wheel is how I look at it. No, I will defer. I'll let Kevin go first.
Defer. All right. So Kevin, this is your first spin. You can get another spin if you don't like it. That's its opponent's choice.
Sponsored by Nordic Naturals for pets.
And it lands on Spinner's Choice. Do you need the categories or do you know what you want to pick?
I'll take Star Wars.
Okay, Star Wars. You got 5 questions in Star Wars. Your first question in Star Wars. In A New Hope, Admiral Malty describes Vader's devotion to sorcery as what? Or Sorcerer's Way as what? Look for just one word.
Give me multiple choice.
All right. Multiple choice. Is it A, sad, B, dumb, C, pathetic, or D, scary?
Go with pathetic.
Pathetic is incorrect. Robert for 1 point steal. In A New Hope, Admiral Mahdi describes Vader's devotion to Sorcerer's Way as what? A, sad, B, dumb, C, pathetic, or D, scary?
I was 90% sure it was this. I was hoping Kevin took the other one. Sad.
Sad is correct for the 1 point steal. Question number 2. In Attack of the Clones, Jango tells Obi-Wan that he was recruited by Tyrannus on one of the planet. In Attack of the Clones, Jango tells Obi-Wan that he was recruited by Tyrannus on one of the moons on which planet?
I'll know it on multiple choice. Give me multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice.
Bacon.
Is it A, Antar, B, Schwarls, C. Bogdan, or D. Endor?
Bogdan.
That is correct for 1 point.
Was recruited by a man named Tyrannus on the boom to Bog.
Question number 3. In The Empire Strikes Back, what designation does Luke have during the Battle of Hoth?
Echo 3.
That is, I have it as incorrect. Robert for their 2-point steal. In The Empire Strikes Back, what designation does Luke have during the Battle of Hoth?
Rogue leader.
Rogue leader is correct for 2 points.
Oh, in the Battle of Hoth. Fuck me. At the beginning, he says Echo 3 to Echo 7, Han, old buddy, do you read me? So that's the only reason it's all right. I should have listened better.
Question number 4 in Star Wars. In The Phantom Menace, how many Republic dictatoriaries does Qui-Gon... No. In The Phantom Menace, how many Republic dictatoriaries does Qui-Gon offer Watto for the hyperdrive? How much Republic money? I should...
Yeah.
How
How
many
much-
Republic dactaries?
Yeah, I can't, but yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think he says 40,000.
40,000 is incorrect. Robert for the 2-point steal. In The Phantom Menace, how many Republic dictatoriaries does Qui-Gon offer Watto for the hyperdrive?
10,000?
Yeah,
10,000 is also incorrect. Look for 20,000.
Okay.
Oh,
I was between the two. Okay.
I was between 40 and 10.
And Kevin, your final question in Star Wars. In The Force Awakens, who does Han say stole the Millennium Falcon from him? Count. 5.
Multiple
4.
times.
Multiple choice. Is it A, the Irving Boys, B, Encore Plot, C, Duquesne, or D, Conjure Club?
B.
What was that?
B as in boy.
B is incorrect. Robert for the 1-point steal. In The Force Awakens, who does Han say stole the Millennium Falcon from him? Is it A, the Irving Boys, B, Encore Plot, C, Duquesne, or D, Conjure Club?
Duquesne?
Duquesne is correct for
Okay.
1 point.
Yeah, I can remember. I think he got it. The Irving boys got it from him. Or
Yeah,
Duquesne got it from Han, and the Irving boys got it from Duquesne. I was trying to remember.
they sold it to
Yeah.
Encore Plot, yeah.
Yeah, and then they sold it to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
So after Kevin's round, he get 5. Robert with 4 steals gets a score up to 13. So Robert, here's your spin at the wheel.
Cool.
Yikes.
What are you gonna give me?
Lands on Star Trek. Do you want to keep Star Trek or spin again?
To avoid the other stuff, I will take Star Trek just to be safe.
Okay. So, yeah, 5 questions in Star Trek.
Mhm.
Your first question in Star Trek. James B. Skeen, Sikking, plays Captain Styles of the Excelsior alongside Miguel Ferreira and Philip R. Allen in what Star Trek film?
All multiple. Please.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Wrath of Khan, B, Search for Spock, C, Generations, or D, Insurrection?
I'm going to use a full repeat question. And
full repeat. That was your first repeat. James B. Skeen, Sikking, plays Captain Styles of the Excelsior alongside Miguel Ferreira and Philip R. Allen in which Star Trek film?
okay. And I don't get the options, or do I?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my fault. And the options are A, Wrath of Khan, B, Search for Spock, C, Generations, or D, Insurrection.
I'm going to say Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan is incorrect. Kevin for the 1-point steal. James B. Skeen, Sikking, plays Captain Styles of the Excelsior alongside Miguel Ferreira and Philip R. Allen in which Star Trek film? Is it A, Wrath of Khan, B, Search for Spock, C, Generations, or D, Insurrection?
Generations.
Generations is also incorrect. Look for Search for Spock.
Yeah, I knew it was on the old ones.
Question number 2 in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
In Star Trek Nemesis, Shinzon tells Picard he had the same childhood disease as him, which affects which part of their body?
Ear.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 3 in Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, who offers to cure Thomas Harwood's daughter of cancer if he helps him out?
John Harrison or Khan.
That is correct for 2 more points. So,
if I get this for any points,
any points. But I'll just finish around because I mean,
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. 4th question in Star Trek. On which planet do we see Kirk and the rest of the Enterprise crew exiled on? On which planet do we see Kirk and the rest of this Enterprise crew exiled on at the start of Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home?
Vulcan.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in Star Trek. In Star Trek 09, when Pike decides to surrender himself to Nero, he promotes Kirk to what position?
First officer.
And your winner by knockout, Robert Castner.
Good job, man.
Great match. Hang on. I'm trying to tell you something.
Started out okay.
So I have 21-5. That was a great match. I guess we could go to today's unfortunate second place finisher. I mean, Kevin, you started out really good.
Yeah.
You hit. I think you got your first 3 or 4 correct. And
then, I mean, like Robert and I were at least within the first 5. Like we were hanging neck and neck, and so I got a little like excited there, I guess. Yeah. And and then when I started going downhill and he was going uphill, and then I get spinner's choice, so I get to pick Star Wars. But man, I wasn't listening to half of the questions. I made a lot of mistakes, like rookie mistakes tonight. So it's just bad on me and good on Robert. Like he stuck it out through the match and played pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is everyone picks it. It seems to be everyone's
that's true
category and everything. So questions now are getting a little bit deeper than maybe some of the other categories. So it's just you just kind of got, like you said, just questions that kind of weren't either in your wheelhouse or just you didn't really know. But yeah, I don't think this is any indication of your skill level. You played really well. You just had a rough day, and that happens to everyone.
Yeah. And I need to put more studying in. Honestly, like I haven't been putting in the study time that a competitor should. So, especially somebody who's going to take up time, your time and Robert's time and anybody who's watching this time. But, I do appreciate you doing it and I had fun nonetheless. So, yeah.
I mean, no, you're fine, man. I guess that was kind of hard to kind of ask this after a loss, but is there anyone you kind of want to play next, or?
Anybody who's hanging around that 500 mark, I'll take. I know Robert was kind of close to me with the 5-2 record, and I had just come off the loss in the number one contendership match, but I don't really feel like I deserved that necessarily. So maybe,
I mean, if you won, you would have been 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you won 2 matches in a row. You got there.
That's true. I mean, I'll just let you, as the as the showrunner, I'll let you do your magic and put together who you think might be the best
Diaz
candidate for me.
He's around 500.
Diaz is always a good competitor.
For sure. Yeah, but we'll hopefully see you again soon, Kevin. And we could move over to today's winner, Robert. I mean, played really well. Missed one in round 1 and missed one in your second round. And that was basically all you missed. So you missed 2 questions and have to go to round 3. How are you feeling about today's match?
And I missed the steal, which annoys me. No, I'm kidding. I haven't watched Snowpiercer in a minute. So I'm not surprised I missed that. 10, 20,000. I haven't watched Phantom Menace in a while. And then, the Star Trek question I knew because Miguel Ferrer, I knew he was in an older Star Trek, and I thought Search for Spock, and for some reason I kicked off of it. I should have remembered Excelsior was in there. That's one of those ones, if you remember the cast list or you remember ships, you're fine. Other than that, I mean, Devontae, you're right. And this happened to me. We discussed it. When I played the Joe match, I got MCU and I was like, great, I got MCU. That's wonderful. And it was harder than I was anticipating because when you get enough questions, it happens. It happened in Kevin's league too. I played Antonio in a match. I had a perfect first round and I got TKO'd because I took Wizarding World and I thought, oh yeah, it's Wizarding World. And then the questions were just, and I studied like all of DCEU and I was afraid to take it. That was the day I recognized if I'm watching the movies and I've watched them, just take the category. I'll feel really good about it. I fresh in my head. So this is just a situation where sometimes spinner's choice can be your worst friend because you have to make a call that you think you feel comfortable in. Sometimes things can hit you, blindside you if you haven't watched them recently, if you haven't prepared for it recently, they can get deep cut. I mean, that the quotes questions come in those situations. They can get tough. You had a couple of those where you had to remember what they say in a quote. I mean, I haven't watched Trek in a minute, so I kind of wanted to use that as a referendum to see how my Trek knowledge was. It's decent. It's fine. So I feel pretty good. 6-2. That means I can lose 3 times in a row and still be over 500. That's great.
This puts you depending on, there's another match we after trying to get do it, but this puts you either in a number 1 contender or close or match away. You will be playing, I guess it's not really a spoiler because it's been out for a while at this point. Either Joe is going to be the new number 1 contender match. You'll probably have to play. If that's the that'd probably be your next match. How you feeling about that?
Damn it! I wanted. Well, I should have won the J match. That was clear. No, I should have figured that would come up when he lost. So cool. I guess I can get revenge? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? No, it's what I would anticipate. That's fine. I want to play Antonio though. I bet it'll be out. Never mind. We had a match in something. I don't know if it'll air by the time this airs. And it was very close, very hard fought. And he called me out, sort of, at the end of that match. So I would like to play Antonio if possible. But I guess I have to work my way up still.
Another spoiler. Antonio's the champ, so if you win that number one contender,
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I just assume people watch it. No, yes.
No, I mean people. I mean, it's been out for like at this point a week. By the time this comes out, probably another couple weeks.
Yeah.
I should really shouldn't be saying spoilers because it's been out for a couple weeks. It's on you.
I'll remember to keep that in check. But yeah, no.
Man.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just keep running around all the people who beat me and see if that changes.
There you go.
All right, for sure. Well, I mean that's kind of all I have for you. Guess we could wrap this up. Start with today. I will start with Robert. Is there anything you'd like to plug or where the people can find you?
Robert Castner on Facebook. I'm in all the trivia leagues. I'm working on. I might be expanding my writing portfolio on a particular website. I can't go into detail because I don't know if that will happen necessarily, but you might see how it is that I go about voicing opinions seemingly more available and ubiquitous than it had been. So yeah, just Facebook. You can message me. I like to talk to people, and I play in like 12 different leagues. So if you haven't seen me play trivia, you're probably not watching trivia, I guess.
For sure. So check all that out. Kevin, is there anything where the people can find you or anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I'll just plug TMG Trivia. Go find the Facebook page, the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe. Watch all the old matches. There are some really bangers in there. We're trying to get TM Geek back up and running, so it's on kind of a hiatus at the moment. But don't let that bring you down. We'll get it back up and running. But I just have I have a lot of work and travel and stuff like that going on right now. So just taking a little break, but doing fun stuff like this keeps me active. And thank you, Robert, and thank you, Devontae.
Thank you.
Sure, check all that out. Team G's Fun League. Go check it out. I'm Devontae King. If you want a match here in Jack of All Trivia in the Inner Geekdom division, that's the only thing we're running right now, you can talk to me. Even if this is your first time watching, you're not currently on the roster, I accept people.
Prepare to get bathed in fire.
Yeah. So if you want to have a match, even if it's just a fun match, whatever, just hit me up. Either at the JOAT page or Devontae King. And we wrap things up with today's winner, Robert with 21 and Kevin with 5. And we will see you guys next time.